operating lease.
There are internal auditors everywhere, then how did that Vijay Mallya fraud even happen?
Hi everyone, welcome back to the class. So in the previous video, we discussed about the concept of cost of capital. We understood that for company it is cost and for investors it is return. We saw the perspectives and all of those things. So now let's delve into the concept of understanding each of those terms. That is, what is cost of capital, cost of debt, cost of preference shares, all of those things. But before that, there's one important statement in this chapter that we have to keep it in mind. All right, it's like market value of an investment. Market value of an investment is equal to present value of your future cash flows discounted at investors required rate of return. So keep this statement in mind, that market value of any investment is equal to present value of future cash flows discounted at investors required rate of return. So basically what are we doing? If I want to know what is the market value of anything, it could be the market value of a project or any investment that you're talking about, it is nothing but the present value of the future cash flows discounted at investors required rate of return. Now you all know that when I use the word investors required rate of return, it is in the perspective of the investor. Similarly, we will have to understand whether it is in the perspective of the company or the investor. In most of the cases, it's the same thing, right? It's just the terms that is changing. If I call it as cost of equity, it will be in the company's point of view. If I call it cost in equity shareholders required rate of return, it will be in investors' point of view. But this statement is the base of this chapter. That is, an investor performs an NPV calculation at their own discount rate or investors required rate of return to see whether that particular investment procedure returns or gives that kind of satisfies to its shareholders. Alright. So that's the reason they say that investors required rate of return is equal to IRR of investing at current market price and receiving the future expected return. You remember when we were doing investment appraisal technique, there was a assumption under IRR that all the reinvestments are to be done at IRR. It's the same logic that is being used over here. So IRR of investing at current market price and receiving the future expected returns. So now moving on with the first aspect, which is